DJs need love too.
Oh, they need love.
Yeah, DJs need love too.
Oh, they need love.
Yeah, DJs need love too.
Back with another episode of the DJs Need Love 2 podcast. I go by the name DJ Monet.
I'm DJ Badio.
And Badio, who do we have today in the building?
Today we got a special guest. He go by the name of DJ KASH.
What's up? What's up? I'm amazing.
What's up, my boy? You already
I'm
know
amazing.
what it is,
amazing.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So DJ KASH.
What's up?
All around the world. Let's get to the basics, the beginning.
Right.
What got you started in this DJ business?
I got started with because I seen a dude by the name of Todd Terry. Todd Terry. I mean, I've always been around music. My family's just like a musical family. You know what I'm saying? And then I got started by Todd Terry. I seen Todd Terry. He was from my neighborhood, and he was like one of the guys that actually made it from DJing. You know what I mean? In my neighborhood. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So my family always been involved in it. My brother was always like throwing parties, DJing for a second. My sister DJ'd for a second. And it was just kind of like always around me. So I just grew up.
Was it like the big equipment, the big old speakers and the vinyls
and
all
of that? You know what I mean? So it was, I was always around it. So it just kind of just influenced me, you know what I mean? So then when I seen Todd Terry actually make it, pull up in my hood and Porsches and Benzes, I was like, DJ?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's what I want to be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
What did he do that was so big to make him get to that status right there?
Like he kind of like molded the house sound, house music sound in New York. I mean, so he produced
which is really big.
Yeah, he produced the Jungle Brothers Our House Shoe song record, which like molded the house scene in New York. And then so yeah, he started off by doing that. Yeah.
So how did you first get into organizing your own events?
That's just me as a DJ, like being frustrated with promoters, you know what I mean? Or like really just having an idea too, like, you know, and you like, why everybody throw a party that does this or does that? Or so like as a DJ, some DJs are like real artsy with their craft, you know what I mean? So I'm one of those guys. I'm like, if I'm into a certain genre or into a certain thing at the moment and nobody's really doing it, or I don't feel like nobody's doing it well, I'm gonna be like, I want to do it. You know what I mean? And I want to do it in a way where, you know, it's represented right, or the way I feel. So the only way you can do, you know, things the way it's in your head is if you do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what got me doing my own stuff. Especially after I started having a following. They were like, when you doing a party here or like this? You know what I mean?
How long did it take you to build that following up?
A long time.
A couple years, yeah.
Yeah, a long time. I mean, I've been DJing 25 years. So.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so 25 years it took it to build it. You know what I mean?
What was some of the frustrations you had with the promoters?
Just like, you know, everybody wants to just do the same thing. So everybody just wanted to do the same. Whatever was popping at the time, that's what everybody wanted to do. You know what I mean? If a certain theme was popping, everybody did an all white party. Everybody did an all black party. Everybody did an all whatever. You know what I mean? So when it was me and I'm like, I'm into this type of music or this style or this whatever, or if I said, how come nobody throws this type of party? Instead of going to a promoter and telling them, hey, you should throw this type of party, I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like people fuck with me, so I'm just do it.
So how do you stay up to date with like new music in the industry and keeping your sets fresh when you do throw your parties? You do have like a reoccurring Tuesday party.
Yeah, I'm just like a music nerd. Like it's probably like no genre of music you can't ask me about that I don't know at least something about. So I'm just constantly, and I'm the type of guy that like I'll DM artists that I like. And I'll be like, yo, send me this, send me that, send me that. Like even right now, I'm not part of like a record pool or nothing. Like I get all my music directly from artists. Okay. You know what I mean? So like they'll send me stuff. I'm always paying attention to when people drop. But that's specifically to what I'm into at the time. Like right now I'm neck deep into I'm a Piano. It's like that's all I be paying attention to is like when people drop from I'm a Piano, I'm like on it.
Do you ever have artists make remixes for you?
Yeah, I mean,
like include your name in the songs.
Yeah, so I'm Caribbean. So in the Caribbean, that's called a dub plate. Okay. You know what I mean? And like that's like real big in our culture. So like you know that separates the men from the boys in our culture. You know what I mean? So I'm fully loaded, as they say, when it comes to that. You know what I mean? I have more than I can count. I got a lot of those. Yeah.
Especially because we're in Atlanta now, and you know, being in New York, you know, dub plates were big. You know, like a lot of the reggae artists. Dancehall artists, they had to come through New York, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the DJs got dub plates. You know what I'm saying? So just comparing those two cities with radio, how is the radio scene different from New York and Atlanta?
I mean, you can't. That's a kind of unfair question because New York is like a just different animal. Like there's no comparison to New York when it comes to radio. New York is just the DJs, personality wise, everything is just super different.
Is it the programming they put behind it?
Everything.
It makes the DJ look better out there in New York.
Everything,
yeah,
everything. Like I think like radio stations like Hot 97 started off with letting the DJs do what they want to do or what they do. You know what I mean? And when they were doing that, no station in the world was doing that.
Right.
Everybody stuck to a list. Everybody kind of followed the rules. They was just kind of like, all right, we hired you because you're dope at this. Come on here and do that. So to me, I don't know. There's no comparison. Nothing compares to New York radio.
So I'm glad you said that because if somebody hired you because they know you're dope, and there's so many rules now on radio, is it really beneficial for DJs to be on radio with all the rules now?
It's a controversial question, I guess. Me personally, no. I don't see the benefit. Like if you're a new DJ starting out, I don't see the benefit of you being on radio because it's too much politics. You know what I mean, especially now with all this technology.
Yeah.
Everything you're looking to get out of radio, you could do on your own. You know what I mean? If you're adamant enough, you know what I'm saying? So like radio right now is just you're gonna be held back with rules and politics. You can't do this because you're on that station. You can't play this because that's not what the station plays. And if the station needs you to be here, even if you have a big opportunity, you can't do it. So to me, it doesn't make sense.
But let's talk upside. How has radio helped you in your career to this point?
See, me, I'm a little different because I was on radio when, like, before streaming. Okay. So it was like a thing to be on radio. So it helped me a lot, you know what I mean? Like when Twitter came about and then I was on the radio, it helped propel me. Like I got mad followers mad quick and people knew about me really quickly. But, today's a little different. Right. Today's a lot different.
Are there any particular producers or DJs that have influenced your style of DJing?
A lot of people like Todd, like I said, Todd Terry. I've always been a fan of DJ Premier. I've always been a fan of Jazzy Jeff. I've always been a fan of like Little Louis Vega, Kenny Dope, a lot of people. Like I would go see these dudes play, and I just like Stone Love, huge fan of Stone Love.
Shout out to Stone Love,
Mighty Crown,
Massive
B. There's a lot of people that help shape me. Like Todd helped me as a DJ and a producer. Like Stone Love helped me as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Watching Kenny Dope and Little Louis Vega helped me as a DJ and a producer. So there's a lot of DJs that I get inspired by, a lot.
So Cash, I'm gonna say two names, and you just first thing that comes to mind, let me know, all right? DJ Young Child.
Oh, that's the homie, New York. We got a gig together this Sunday.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Mixtape King runner up, cause Clue's first.
Oh.
I love Drama though. Drama's a dude, but Clue got it.
Yeah, because we from New York, so we a little biased, man.
Clue got it, bro.
We might go outside and get crucified. You saying that in Atlanta, but
Clue got it, bro.
My opinion,
hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, bro.
Shout out to Drama.
Hands down. Drama did his thing. Yeah. Drama's probably the Clue of his day, but Clue got it.
And we can't forget, sorry, Monet, K-Slay, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget him.
I still think Clue got it even over K-Slay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Clue got it. It's like the reason why we even having these debates because of Clue. Like Clue made the mixtape, like
on radio, and then put it on.
It's Clue, man.
Then the Green Lanterns came out. You know what I'm saying?
They all dope, but Clue got it.
Shout out to Green Lantern. We gonna get him on the show too.
Clue got it for sure.
So when you do throw your events, what kind of experience do you want to create? Like what type of atmosphere?
Fun. I just want to have fun.
It look like a whole lot of energy, bro.
Just high energy, a lot of fun. Like I don't want people worried about bottles. I don't want people worried about sections. I don't want people worried about none of that. I want people like on my party. You come to my party on a Tuesday. Like people are literally out dancing with their phone in their hand, but only to Shazam. Only to Shazam songs. Come playing records they probably never heard of, but they're dancing to it. You know what I'm saying? So I like high energy. I just like fun. Like you know what I mean? My parties. Like people buy sections, but they use it to have their drink and get started, and then they out. You know what I mean? It holds their purses and their drinks and their coats. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So how does Cash engage with the crowd? Like how do you engage with your crowd at your parties?
I don't know. I think that's different every party. It just depends. It's like for me, it like this DJing thing is really like a spiritual thing. Like I told you, I'm like the geeky artsy person when it comes to the DJ. So to me, it's like a vibe. It's an energy thing. Like. Sometimes, like a lot of people may know me for talking on the mic or whatever, but on Tuesday you might come there on Tuesday. I might not be talking on the mic like that, but the party be going crazy. So it just depends on whatever I feel the crowd needs at the time. Like, you know what I mean? So if sometimes they might need a lot of motivation, you might gotta get on the mic and motivate them. Sometimes you be like, oh, they dancing. I'm gonna hit them with these joints that I know that's gonna make them dance. Okay. So it just depends. You know what I mean?
DJ Cash,
yeah.
Gym talk right now. Explain Ammo Piano. What is it? What type of music is it? Where did it come from? And how has it evolved to where it is so popular right now?
There's a few things I love in life. Besides my family, my kids, I love to fight. I was fighting today in the gym. So if you ever see me like with busted lips and black eyes, and I got my shades on, that's why. You know what I mean? I be fighting.
That's when he's doing when he's not DJing.
Yeah,
you gonna ask that question later.
I fight all the time. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, is music and this I'm a piano. Like I love I'm a piano. Like that's my thing, you know what I mean? So I'm a piano is like basically the best way to describe it is like South Africa's version of house music. You know what I mean? It's a little pitched down a little bit, it's slowed down. House music is usually at like 125, right. 120, 125. I'm a piano, you're usually gonna get it from anywhere from 113 to 115 around there. So it's like house music a little slower with African tones, African drums, African chants, African. So it's like their version of house music.
So it's like a lot of instruments involved, right?
A lot of instrumentation. Yeah. Sometimes there's vocals on it, sometimes it's not. It just sounds tribal and it sounds spiritual, but it's a vibe and it's like slick taking over the world. You know what I mean?
Are you collabing with any artists right now?
Yeah, I'm about to drop a couple I'm a piano records. You know. Me being the first one in Atlanta, and maybe the country to drop a weekly I'm a piano event. So yeah, I'm gonna start dropping them like crazy.
And it's more like the energy you bring because it's mostly beat, right? And it's like you just pumping people up. Like I watched some of your videos and it's like straight energy, but I'm like, there's no words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of it. I mean, some of it it's probably half and half. You know what I mean? But even if the words, if you don't speak Zulu, then you don't even understand what they're saying because most of it is in Zulu. You know what I mean? So like. In Zulu, I'm a piano means the pianos. You know? Okay. A lot of the early piano stuff had a lot of piano riffs. They had like piano solos. You might not see that as much, but that's kind of like how the name got, established and stuff like that.
Okay, so DJing so many parties, can you share your most memorable experience while being a DJ?
I can't lie, bro. I don't even have.
You don't have one that just stands out?
I've done so much dope things, not to sound conceited full of myself, but I've done a lot of dope things that now it's starting to be a blur. Like sometimes people have to come to me like, yo, I was at your event when you did this, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Like, but I guess like,
or you could do something recent.
I guess I think Bamba. Like me starting Bamba is like probably one of my favorite memorable things. I think when all is said and done, I think that's one of the things I'll probably remember the most. Like, I've done a lot of dope stuff though in my career. I've done Summer Jam with Cardi B. I've done I've DJed almost all over the world. I've DJed like, and for me, I like to point that out, and this is no shot at nobody, but right. I've DJed all over the world off of me, not because I'm somebody's DJ, not because I was sponsored.
I think that's amazing. I think that's really, really dope for any DJ to hear that. Like you can really take yourself on tour.
Yeah,
you can make yourself known and get booked in many different cities. You can be doing a wedding in that city and then go over there and have to do a conference in that city, and then you on tour.
Yeah, and I would probably say there probably isn't parties that are like memorable things, but like things that I've done, like even with Cardi, like the actual Summer Jam thing wasn't the thing that I'm proud of the most. Like I was part of the music direction team. Like I like the edits you hear if you watch that performance. The edits, I produced those edits. Like how her songs sound mashed up and they break down. Like I produced that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it wasn't just like thrown on records. Like I produced that. That took like weeks to do. Me flying in, saying like, I'm gonna take the vocals from this and I'm gonna play this instrumental on top of it, and then we're gonna transfer it. Then we're gonna transition into this song. So like that is probably more memorable to me than like any party or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? And me starting Bamba, that's like more memorable to me. Or like being the first to have like a Caribbean show in Atlanta on the radio, like that's more memorable to me. Like then, you know what I mean? like maybe more things that I've done than versus like parties or something like that. Yeah.
So what's a challenge that you face now, even now, as a DJ?
I don't just like I guess making people respect that, like, to me it's an art. Like, people don't look at it as an art. Like, that's probably the biggest challenge. Like I got a tech writer. Like, my nigga, respect my tech writer. If you don't have that tech writer, I'm not playing. It's simple, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you're gonna experience that no matter what level you at on as a DJ. If you spinning on a small scale for $100, $150, or you getting 100,000, you're still gonna have certain challenges like that. You know what I mean? So,
What's one thing Cash has to have in his writer?
CDJ 3000s.
Yeah.
If you don't got those, I'm not playing. Because I don't use Serato. So I'm not playing if you don't got CDJs 3000. Maybe. If you got the 2000s, depends. Because I've been to countries where there's literally not a single 3000 in the entire country. So, and they're like, but we got the 2000 Nexus 2s. And those are close. Right. Very close. So I'll be like, all right, I'll rock out with those. But if you don't got that on my, if you can't give me the 3000s and you don't got a good reason, I'm not playing.
So with Serato being like one of the most popular tools for DJs, what do you use when it's time to go and do?
I use CDJs. So my music, I use Rekordbox.
Okay.
So my music is queued up on a thumb drive.
Okay.
I plug it into the CDJs and I rock out like that. They call it, like, only in America where, like, people, when I say this, people think it's crazy, but America's the only place that doesn't do that as often. Like, when they call me and they say, hey, what's your tech writer? If I say I want the standard club setup, everywhere else in the world knows exactly what that means. They're like, all right, I don't even have to say a 3000, a 900 mixer. They already know. Once I say the standard club setup, they're going to be like, all right, cool. They already know to give me 3000s. Yeah. But in America, it's a little different.
So when you do DJ out the country, how do you still incorporate your style of music?
I mean, the way this is how I see it. Like, the type of DJ I am, it's like, you book me because you know what I do. So I don't stray away from what I do. Yeah. Like, I don't tailor my set or what I'm doing to fit them. Like, they book me because they know what I do, and this is what I do. So, like, if you don't like I'm a piano, then don't book me. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you expecting hip hop, don't book me. I'm not a hip hop DJ. You know what I mean? If you expecting even dancehall right now, that's not what I'm doing right now. You don't go to a movie to be like, I came to see. You know, you don't go to Medea being like, yo, where's Denzel? Like, that's not what it is. You came to see Medea. You know what you're going to get from that movie.
And that's always been my issues in the Atlanta clubs. Like, you know, my fallout with a lot of the promoters was like, y'all booked me and y'all still trying to direct me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really with that. So, like,
that's why I
stand on my tool, like, you know.
That's why I vet my gigs. Like people find it hard. I turn gigs down. I'll be like, bro, it's not for me. They be like, yo, but this is a big gig. But like, that's not for me, though. Like, that's a big club and they paying big money, but they want dancehall, and that's not what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
So you do a big event on Sundays called Rum Punch. Can you tell the viewers about Rum Punch?
Rum Punch is like an event that started on the north side at first, like a small Haitian. It started in a small Haitian restaurant. Then it moved to what's that called? Edgewood. Then it moved to Edgewood, to a sound table, and then moved to Believe Music Hall. But now it's like probably like maybe like 2,500 people every Sunday for a brunch. Maybe 3,000 people. It's
an amazing experience. If you're in Atlanta and you need that feeling, you need to come.
Yeah, it's with the homies. You know what I mean? That's it's like guys that I've seen grow. Like, it was really their vision, and they're really like, they came to me with that a long time ago. Like, yo, we did an event like this, and like, you know, like it's like there's really two big cultural events that if you come in on a weekly, you need to go to. It's either Bomba Tuesdays or Rum Punch
That's
on
a good
Sunday.
promo. That's a good promo.
Yeah, it's the only two real big cultural events. I challenge anybody to tell me a cultural event that's bigger. Forget that. Even not cultural. Name me events that's bigger than that. Hip hop, anything. There's no events bigger than those two events right there.
With the rise in Afro and Ammo, and everybody saying that hip hop music is dying, you know, it just came out with the charts that there was nothing number one on the billboards this year. Has dancehall and Afro taken over the club scene?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I talked about this on my new show on Amazon's new app called Amp. I talked about it yesterday on my new show. Make sure you download the app. Yeah, download the app, and make sure you follow me. But I talked about this. Like, I just think everybody's just tired of hip hop right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's tired. It's the same subject matter. It's the same. It's not danceable. It's not fun music. We just got out of a pandemic. Everybody was sad for 2-3 years. people coming out of that wanting to have fun.
Yeah, I did not have
and wanting
ops in
to
the
party.
pandemic, so yeah, you gotta chill, you gotta relax, man.
So everybody wants to have fun. Everybody's at the party. Like, yo, especially now, like it's not easy. Like, times are not easy. So if you go out, you spend this money, you're gonna want to at least have fun. At the very least.
Yeah.
Most hip hop clubs, you're not having fun. You're just there to see who's there and to say you
Talk
was
about
there.
it. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Has Afrobeat put a blanket on dancehall music in a whole?
I think dancehall has put the dancehall blanket on dancehall music. I think dancehall is at a point where it's like every dancehall artist is so focused on going mainstream that they might be copying what mainstream is doing. But the problem is, like, hip hop is a sinking ship. So you trying to jump on a sinking ship. You know what I'm saying? When the rest of it's crazy because, like, with Jamaican culture, like they're kind of trying to be like the mainstream right now, but the rest of the world wants to be like Jamaican culture. So it's crazy. It's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So I think dancehall, like, because even if you look at dancehall, with the exception of one artist called Ding Dong, there's really no danceable music.
Out of Ding Dong, yeah.
Yeah, there's really no danceable music out of the exception of him. A lot of the songs you really can't. You know, there's maybe one, you got Lali, you got like maybe one or two other artists, but most of that is like, that's why they're starting to call it trap dancehall, because it's like, it's not danceable music either. You know what I mean?
It's the first time I heard of that trap dancehall.
Yeah, that's the category people are trying to put it in. You know what I mean?
So, you know, in hip hop, you know, when you DJing, a lot of the artists want to come and give you their music. Are a lot of Afro independent artists coming to you with music? You know, how you handling that?
Nah, because like I'm a piano, so like I said, like the type of DJ I am, people come to see me. I'm the show. So it's like, you don't necessarily go to see Drake to give him your mixtape. You don't jump on the stage and be like, yo, Drake, this is my mixtape. You come to see Drake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not comparing myself to Drake, but
Right now, we always do a segment. It's called Giving DJs Flowers. We need you to give 3 DJs their flowers that inspired you, got you to where you at, or you just want to show them love.
Todd Terry, #1, always.
Shout out to Todd Terry.
Because he's the one that inspired me and showed me that I could make a living off of this, you know what I'm saying? DJ Premier. He was just always like a super dope DJ / producer to me. I just like, Primo was just like,
Shout out to Primo.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then Stone Love, because like Stone Love just dominated sound system culture, you know what I mean? So shout out to Stone Love, and their dub game is unmatched, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just loved how they I used to listen to their tapes, go buy their tapes on the Ave, and just, I never missed the Stone Love tape.
Shout out to Stone Love. Yeah. They originated bringing the big sets outside, you know what I'm saying? Black parties and all that.
Definitely. Honorable mentions like Massive B and, you know, guys like that. So, flowers.
Right. So I'm going to ask you an off-the-wall question. If you had a DJ superpower, one DJ superpower, what would that be?
At the risk of sounding arrogant, I feel like I already got my superpower. Like, me vibing with the crowd. Like, I feel like I'm really good at that. I feel like I can come in, read a crowd, and know exactly what they want, know exactly what they need,
like
and how to give it to them. Yeah, it's a feeling. I really believe this DJ thing. It's a real spiritual thing. Like, it's a transfer of energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if a DJ is in there low energy, chances are that crowd is gonna be low energy. Yeah. If I come in there high energy, they're probably gonna receive that energy. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a real spiritual thing. I feel like that's my superpower when I walk in the room. That's what I feel like it.
So right now, if a new DJ was to come to you and say, "Hey, I want to be a DJ," what would you tell him?
I'd be like, be a DJ. You know what I mean? Why are you telling me for? You know what I mean? I never understood that concept. Like, if this is something you really want to do, you don't need nobody's approval. You don't need nobody to teach you. You don't need nobody. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like me, I always take it personal when you do that, because this is my craft. This is something like, you know, this is my artistry. You know what I mean? So if you're going to come in there, like, do your research, like, you know, like, put some effort into it. Don't think like you just coming to ask me is just going to put you in the game. Like, you need to already have equipment. You need first of all, I'm not teaching anybody to do nothing. You know what I mean? You could come and watch me, like, you know what I mean? But I don't got time to. So, you know, I feel like you got to put in the effort yourself. Like, especially in this day and age with technology, like, you could have a full crate today. You want to start DJing today, and if your homie's a DJ, and if they generous enough, they can let you copy their drive, and you could be so there's nothing stopping you. Like, you know what I mean? So,
as a busy person, how do you balance your personal life and then everything you have going on as far as your work life?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, it's a lot, you know. I get booked out of town a lot, out the country a lot, And those out the country trips ain't no joke. Like one flight maybe 23 hours. So it literally takes you a day to get there. So it's like it ain't no quick turnaround flight, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard. So how do you do that? Like when people say if it's something you really want or like, you make the time. It's like, what if there ain't no time? You know what I mean? The math don't add up. You know, if I got to take a 23-hour flight and it's 24 hours in a day, I can't be with you. You know what I mean? I can't do things. So it's hard. It's a constant adjustment of figuring out your professional life and your personal life. It's hard. It's a constant battle, you know? So
Let's get the people a tip right now. Traveling DJ. What's a travel hack for a DJ?
pack light. That's what I do. That's what I always do. I just always pack light. You see me through the airport, I may have one of them strolling through, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, or a book bag. Like you might just see me with a book bag, and I'm good. And because I don't use Serato, I don't got to travel with no laptop if I don't want to. So I'm traveling as light as possible. I've gone to Australia for 8 days and carried one carry-on. Boom. And I'm good.
So you don't do baggage claim. Why we don't do baggage claim? Telling people why we don't do baggage claim.
Like I continuously say, right? It's a spiritual thing for me. So if I'm in a bad mood, I'm probably not gonna have the best set ever. So I try to limit everything that might put me in a bad mood. And my outfit is gonna help me with my mood. And if you lose my luggage and I don't got my outfit, I'm not gonna like, I'm the type of person, like how I'm dressed has to match my mood. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not in that zone, I can't get in my zone.
What's the mood today?
It's just chill. You know what I'm saying? It's just chill. I'm just vibing today. You know, if I can't dress how I feel, like I'm not in a good mood. You know what I mean? So if they lose my luggage, I'm gonna be. You know,
So
what I'm saying?
DJs, no luggage, all right?
I don't check a bag.
No
I
luggage.
never check a bag. I don't think I've ever checked a bag ever. You know what I mean?
I've never checked the bag neither.
Yeah, I don't ever check.
Too much stuff going on with that.
So let's get into the second segment. It's called Would You Rather.
Yeah.
So Battio's going to ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
Pick the first one that just comes to your head.
First answer that comes to mind. Got it.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Afro beats or ammo piano?
I'm a piano.
Dancehall or reggae?
Reggae.
Bomba Tuesdays or rum punch?
Bomba Tuesdays.
Producing or DJing?
Ooh, I don't know.
Headphones, no headphones?
It depends on how good the system is.
Vibe Cartel or Movado?
Movado.
CDJs or vinyls?
CDJs.
Headphones, no headphones?
It depends on the system. I can't answer that.
Host or no host?
Definitely no host. Never.
Scratching or blending?
Ever. Ooh, that's a hard one
Residency or tour?
too. Ooh, that's a hard one too. I can't answer those.
We need answers.
You can't, because all right, residency or tour, it depends on where's the residency, it depends on where's the tour.
A residency in Atlanta, Georgia, 2022.
Nah, I'm not on tour. You know, I killed Atlanta already. I feel like I conquered it. Me personally, for my personal goals, I feel like I conquered everything I wanted to do here.
Let's go back to the clubs real quick. You know, so the roles have been, I feel a little discombobulated now. A lot of promoters, maybe the club owners, want the DJ to bring people, bring sections, bring this, that, and the third. How do you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, they're paying for your influence, right? To some degree. Like, I understand they want you to bring people, but they should want your likeness to bring people, not you actually physically bringing the people. Because then what do you need them for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like, you book me for an event, my job is not to promote your event. My job is to let my people know that I'm there, and then that's it. It's your job to let people that like me know that I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'll just throw my own event, and why do I need you? And I'll keep all the money.
Well,
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
exactly why I know you do your own events. But
Yeah.
has it gotten out of control now, especially with the new promoters? Like,
I mean, yeah, me personally, I have a rule of thumb. Like, I do 3 posts for you, 2 on my story, 1 on the page, because like if I got 50 events in a month, I can't post 50 flyers 50 times. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not my job to do that. That's your job. That's why I'm not taking the whole cake and keeping the door money and keeping the bar money. You know what I mean? We cutting a deal so you can make money. You let the people know that I'm gonna be there, and I come and I play the music. So I get paid for doing what I'm doing. You get paid for doing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
and is it a devalue stake going on with that? Like, when you post in the clubs all the time, do you feel like you're devaluing yourself and you're bigging them up more?
No, I think it's just like, for me, I'm a big, like I keep saying this whole interview, it's a spiritual thing. Like, to me, it's about building a community. Once you build a community, like, I don't want to come off as a salesman now. Like, I'm always trying to sell them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to build, I want to build a genuine community, and I don't want to, every time I communicate with that community, I'm trying to sell them something. So I don't want every time you go to my page or you see me post something, it's a flyer. Like, I don't want that. You know what I mean? So, and then it's not my job. You're the promoter.
Yeah.
Promote. You know what I'm saying? That's your job. So I don't ask you, hey, I can't make it. I'm gonna be 2 hours late. Can you play the music for first 2 hours? And then I don't ask you to do that. You know what I mean? You would look at me and be like, no, I'm not doing that. That's what I pay you for. So I look at them and say the same thing.
I work with a promoter who I said that exact same thing to, and he told me, well, we're business partners. So you kind of are like a promoter. But
So tell them, okay, you need to kind of be like a DJ. You need to learn. You need to get on. When I'm tired, like you do the last hour then.
That's hard.
If we partners,
he ain't gonna be saying nothing after that.
and then if we business partners, so okay, if I sell a table, you gonna give me a percentage of that table? Or if I bring X amount of people, do I get a percentage of those people that I brought? No, so we not partners. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. That's super cap. You know what I mean? Cause he not willing to split the pie with you like a partner. He just trying to pay you a fee. So then I'm gonna come here to do what you paid me for that fee entails, and that's it. And that's playing music, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's a courtesy for me to post that flyer. You know what I mean?
So a lot of DJs like yourself are doing their own events, or they they're going different routes. Doing corporate events. Is there any saving nightlife right now?
I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with nightlife. It's just probably the nightlife the genre you choose. Yeah. The nightlife I'm in is great. It's thriving. You know what I mean? But maybe in hip hop it might not be like, but like we live in a box. Like the rest of the world ain't like that. Yeah. The rest of the world ain't like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the world is dancing and partying, and it's just Atlanta feels like it's a cool contest. You know what I'm saying?
So the influence is there. What can you tell the new artists right now making music for DJs to be receptive to it? How should they be?
A relationship should never be one sided.
Right.
So you want me to support you? Like I always ask artists when they be like, yo, like I would love your support. I'd be like, why? Like, I mean, you don't support me. You don't come to my parties. You don't post my flyers. So why should I promote you? That's how I see it.
Transparency is the name of this episode.
You know what I mean? That's why I see it. Like, why should I help you? So you could get big, get off, get rich, and then dip off and then forget all about me. And then it doesn't make sense. Like you're not helping me. You're not coming to my event. So, oh, you here on Fridays? I'm gonna come through and buy a section, not just one time, just so you can play my record. But I'm gonna be there. That's gonna be my Friday night spot now because you there. I don't see them being like, oh, you there now? All right, yo, I'm cool with this artist. I'm gonna bring them there, get you for the low because you did. They don't do that. So you don't support me. Like, well, if I got merch, I don't see you wearing my merch in your music video or rep it. So why should I do that for you? That's how I see it. So I don't like one-sided relationships. If you want me to support you, then support me.
That's gems.
So you could collab with a lot of artists. Number one collab. Favorite collab.
Man, that's hard. Probably Cash Out.
Okay.
Probably Cash Out, because I remember this vividly. Like his manager, D, hit me on my birthday. It was my birthday, and I'm chilling with shorties. I'm just about to chill, and then it was literally like 12 o'clock. It just turned my birthday, and it was like 12:05, and he hit me. And I was about to go hang out and do what I do and chill and everything. He was like, yo, I want you to come listen to this record. I want you to pick these 3 records or whatever it was. And he was like, right now. And he was like, I'll pay you just to come and listen to the records and stuff. So we went, I picked the record, and I was like, this is the record right here. Because it was like a choice between one other record, and I was like, this is it. And it was Cashing Out. I'm like, nah, this record is hard. Like, and then he was like, help me with it. And then I just helped him. And it was dope because it was like, I don't know, the energy, everything was just perfect. Timing, the energy, everything was just kind of perfect. And then probably after that, it would probably be Khaled.
Okay.
Yeah, because Khaled will harass you. When he wants something from you, he will harass you until he gets it. But it's all good, though, because he shows love, too. So it's all good, yeah.
So, DJ KASH, can you tell us why do DJs need love?
I mean, because without us, there is no this. You know what I'm saying? Without this, there's no that. So, I mean, there's a reason why it's called like Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why it's Eric B, then Rakim, because the DJ comes first. You know what I mean? We started this. If without us, it wouldn't be this. You know what I mean? So
KASH, what does the future look like for you?
For me, like what I think festivals. Like I'm gonna probably turn Bomba Tuesdays into a festival. Yeah, and probably just drop more as a producer too. I feel like I get so busy with being booked that I don't focus enough as a producer. Like, so I think I'm gonna probably drop more projects And then especially like being an ambassador to I'm a Piano in America, I feel like it's my duty to like drop more I'm a Piano records to kind of get people familiar with the sound, you know what I mean? Okay. So yeah.
So Cash, can you let the people know where they can find you at?
At DJ Cash ATL on everything. That's YouTube, that's Twitter, that's Instagram. You can follow me too also on Amazon's new app called AMP at DJ Cash. That's Cash with a K. And yeah, it's easy to find me.
On that new amp, man. I do appreciate you for coming through, bro. Busy
Thank you for having
schedule,
me.
man. What you got going on right now? Where you about to go?
To my restaurant. I'm gonna go to do more work. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good segue. See how I did that, right? Thank you for coming through, bro.
Thank you for having me. Thank you
Another
for having
episode of the DJs Need Love 2 show. If you like the content, we need you to hit the subscribe button right now. Like right there. Hit it right now. All right, we out.